What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minecraft video. I'm standing here in the shopping district once again, where we finished off our last video, building our community teleportation center right over here. Already a bunch of players have started to make use of it. We go in here, see a couple people have their ender pearls placed down. Several have claimed spots. And yeah, I think that was a success as far as the server goes. It seems like people are enjoying that build, and the shopping center has actually grown up quite a bit. There are a couple new stores. This Nether store by I believe Rugged and Russell are in here selling some netherrack, quartz, netherite, which is so expensive. 40 diamonds, crazy. Um, for glowstone, blackstone, and basalt. There's also a slime farm over here, which I've already made several purchases from because slime is so important. Yeah, and the slime farm is right underneath, so you can kind of watch it work. Just needs some decoration, it seems, in here. And then I also think there is another store over here, the McChicken store. Got a big M here. Chicken farm with some cooked chicken and feathers. And then also, I believe there's a shop in progress way back here. The toast store? I don't know. It looks like a big toaster. Can't really see it from down here. You fly up and get a look at it. It's a big toaster. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be sold here yet. It's still super empty on the inside. Come on in. Obviously under construction, so maybe he's going to sell bread here? I'm not sure, but this one's still very much in progress. But we're back in the shopping district today, actually, to do some more work here. I just want to do some sort of beautification work. If you kind of look around shopping district, it's got some buildings here, but the terrain looks pretty bland and boring. So what I'm hoping to do is spice up our terrain here. I'm going to cover over all of the sand here with dirt and kind of make it feel a little more alive, add some custom trees and stuff like that. But I really don't have a plan here for as far as what I'm going to do. I'm kind of just going to start working on it and see where it takes us. So without further ado, let's get working on that, and then we'll get back to the base to work on some stuff there. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that fairly lengthy time lapse there of us building this entire decked out, cool, terraformed area with these little teeny custom trees. I thought they fit the it's kind of an arid feel here because it's an acacia biome. So I thought we could go with kind of smaller little fuzzy trees. And I think this sort of terraform bridge here turned out really nice. Obviously some stone work to do on this wall to make it look better, but I think we made a ton of progress here today. And if you look at spawn, it is still very much in need of a ton of work, but I figure we'll do a little bit of work here every day, or sorry, not every day, every episode. Takes a couple days to get this sort of thing done, but we'll do a little bit of work here every episode, and hopefully after a few, we'll really start to make this place into something awesome. I have to leave room for people to build shops and stuff, so the builds will have to be kind of tight, filling in areas that are already around shops, I think. So I'll have to work on a plan for what we want to do next, but definitely transform this wall, transform this area over here below the wood store, and this stuff over here, and then eventually we will need to expand to this direction, I believe. I think the shopping district is quickly going to outgrow this little patch of land we got here. So we'll have some stuff built over here probably, which will definitely require another cool nature bridge or something similar to that over there that we'll eventually work on. But for now, we're going to head back to the base and work on some stuff there. All right, guys, and we're back here actually in the iron tree right now because I wanted to grab some stuff here and just sort of talk to you guys about what we're planning right now. So we're in the iron tree for two reasons. One, because I want to do some work on this build today. This is another thing I've been putting off for a long time. This has sort of been in this position for probably 2 months of building now. I just haven't really worked on it at all. But we do use this to convert roses from the iron golem farm into bone meal, which we're going to need. And then I also wanted to show you something over at the villager farm. So I added something. You might be able to hear it if I'm quiet for a second here. You can hear the crunch, crunch, crunch of dirt. That would be a composter in action. So I just had double chests upon double chests. You can see it emptying here, full of potatoes and carrots that I wasn't really using. I have a ton over in the storage room, and this thing just produces more than I can use. It was just getting way backlogged. So what I added is a optional mechanism. So if we turn this off, it'll stop running here. But it is a composting system. And you just get down here through this. Not really meant to come down here a ton, but this is also producing bone meal for us. I just made this just a little bit ago, so it's only been running for about 20 minutes or so. Produces a good bit of bone meal, and it gets a use for all this backlogged carrots and potatoes that we don't really have much use for. So hopefully this can get us some extra bone meal. And the reason we're grabbing all of this bone meal is to come right over here, over to our tree farm. So I already have some bone meal in here, but I decided we probably needed to restock a little bit, and I'm gathering some wood so we can work on the tree. So I am going to farm a little bit of spruce wood here, and more Enderman place blocks in here. And then we will go work a little bit on the spruce farm tree. Spruce farm tree, I can't use words today. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of footage of the tree farm in action. This tree works with spruce, oak, jungle, and birchwood as well. It does not work with acacia because they grow too weird, and dark oak because you have to plant them in a 2x2 little grid, which makes them hard to farm. But it basically uses a TNT duper at the top to drop TNT down through a little hole you can see right there and break the wood for us, which gets collected. And then the leaves are crushed with some fence gates to return us some saplings as we build it. So this farm is fully AFK, and I'll leave a link down in the description so you guys can follow along if you want to build this in your own worlds. And so we're going to get started on the tree here. So I collected basically 3 full shulker boxes of wood, just a little bit less than that. And you know, it's wood, so it's actually a little bit more spruce, like logs that I farm, but I turned it all into wood because that's what we've been using on this tree so far. And I think today I'm going to try to add 2 limbs here, one coming out of the side right there-ish, and then coming out towards here, and then another in the back over there coming out that direction. They're going to be a little bit lower down than these other limbs, and hopefully spread out a little farther. I'm probably not going to add any leaves today, but eventually we're going to tackle this huge gross disc in the sky. It is not going to stay like this in the end. This is just sort of kind of a placeholder beginning for kind of how far I want the leaves to spread out. Definitely a lot of these will stay where they are, but it's also going to spread out a lot more. They're going to drape down a lot more, and hopefully it'll look like a real tree by the end of our build. But definitely not today. We're just going to do some work on limbs because this is a just massive project that I want to kind of slowly chip away at, so eventually it looks awesome here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started on that, and I'll be back with some progress updates as we go. And several hours later, we have made a ton of progress here. Can't see it super well, but you can kind of get a feel for how big it is. Whoop, I just fell off. We'll get a look at it from over here. Ignore all the scaffolding and dirt I was using to build it, but I think it's actually turning out pretty nice. Hold on, let's stand up on the house here so we can get a good look at it. So I think the limb looks pretty good, just sort of coming out like this. I think I'm going to extend it just a teeny bit further and then have obviously some offshoot limbs, smaller limbs coming off, you know, like on a real tree. But I like the size. I think it fits pretty well and it looks fairly organic. I basically just spam blocks all over the place. It definitely needs to be cleaned up a little jagged at the moment, but I think it turned out pretty nice to begin with. But yeah, so I'll be back in just a second once we've done some work on the limbs here. And we're back again to get another look at progress on the branch here. Unfortunately, there's dirt everywhere from where I was building, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'll fly around. I have also noticed that every time I fly away to get a look at this thing, it turns into a little bit of a mob spawner. I've lit up some of it, but not great. But I am really liking how this one is turning out. I'm trying to spread it out quite a bit, give it that support it'll need to hold up the kind of the leaves, give it that real tree look. As you can see, a lot of these just kind of go straight into the canopy, and I need to spread them out more, but I'm really liking how this branch here is turning out. Certainly seems to fit the tree, and I really like how these branches are coming out. So I think this is this branch done for now. I'm definitely going to put some more work on it at some point. It certainly needs some cleaning up. I'm just going to land up here so we can look at it. Certainly needs some cleaning up, kind of the rough edges here. Mostly just me spamming blocks everywhere. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to tear out this dirt here and then do a little bit of work on this other branch over here, and I'll be right back with that. And welcome back once again. Got most of the other branch done. This one will probably extend out to a little bit farther, like there or so by the end of it. This one actually ended up being a little bit bigger than the other one. I can fly around it and get a better view. You can kind of see this one's actually huge. Almost as thick as the main trunk. And I might have to slim it down a little bit just to make sure it fits well, but I'm liking it so far. It just needs to be a little longer, and then once I add those extra branches off to the side, I think it'll really look a lot better. But for now, I actually went through basically all of the spruce that I farmed, building just these two bits here, this branch and then this one over here. I've got a little bit more, but not enough to finish this branch off, and I really just don't feel like AFKing at the tree farm anymore today. I want to get this video out to you guys. So we're going to leave this here for now. Whoops. Going to leave this here for now, and we'll continue work on this in the next episode or the one after that. We'll definitely put a little bit of work into this one every little bit of time, and hopefully have this finished in not too long. But I'm liking where this is going. I think this will make the tree feel much more alive to have these extra branches. Probably do one or two more, maybe one here, and then one somewhere over there, lower down, I think. And then start to work on the canopy, really make it feel like an actual tree. But for now, we're going to stop with this here, and we're actually going to head back to spawn to do one little bit of extra project for this episode. All right, guys, welcome back to spawn. So I didn't think we were going to do anything else here. We definitely aren't as far as terraforming goes, but I saw a cool effect in a little video I was watching earlier, and I wanted to try and recreate it here at spawn. So basically, it's sort of like a faded glass effect made. It kind of makes like a almost like ethereal feel to the ground when you have it there. Kind of hard to explain, but basically I'm going to try and recreate that feel here in our little spawn area here on the spawn platform and just see what it looks like, honestly. I think it'll turn out looking really cool, but I'm just going to work on that really quick, and I'll be right back now. And it's all done. So it's hard to get a look at from here, but you can kind of get a feel for what I was saying. Let's fly up here and get a look at it from up top the fortress here. So you can see, oh, I fell off. The sort of ethereal look I was talking about. You see it kind of fades down into that red. So it's still red, still kept the same color scheme, but I made it sort of look like a kind of void fog. I moved our beacon down as well, so it's not sitting here right at the top. It's actually all the way down at the bottom of this. Unfortunately, I have to go all red because of this right here. Would look weird if we just had two little black sections here. But I think this turned out awesome. I love the way this looks. It's so cool, and I think it added just a new dimension to this spawn area. I'm getting some lighting glitches with this glass where it sometimes looks like you can see through it. But this is how it's supposed to look right here with that nice faded look. And I think that turned out amazing. I'm so happy with how spawn came over here. And in the time that it took us to build that, actually, a couple more things have popped up over here. A new in shop, Rugged, is made over here. He went on in busting earlier and got some chest plates, a bunch of diamond stuff, and then he also got and went and grabbed a bunch of elytra for everyone, which is good. Everyone needs to be able to fly. It just makes the game feel so much better. But yeah, I'm super happy with everything we did here at spawn today. Let's get a big kind of overview look at it. Oh, maybe this isn't the best spot. Go over here to the rocket store, and I think that's a better view. So yeah, we got the awesome new spawn pad over there. The cool little terraformed bridge here. All our new custom trees, which are really liking, and our a little bit of a kind of rocky outpost with some steam coming up through the ground as well, just to give it a little bit more life. But yeah, I'm super happy with how all this came out. I can't wait to do some more work on spawn. I've kind of already got some ideas broiling around in my head for what we're going to do over here and what we're going to start work with over there as well. By the end of this, by the end of our work here, this place is going to look crazy, nothing like when it started, and I'm so excited. Hopefully, some of the other players on the server will do some terraforming, cool terraforming stuff as well. It's always so fun to see what everyone's ideas are as far as all the beautification of the nature side goes. There's so many cool nature blocks as well. I feel like there's actually more to do nature-wise than almost any other kind of build. So we'll get to more of that in the later episodes as well. But I just wanted to thank you guys for watching again. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode as well. Put a lot of work into the builds here today. Several hours would go into a couple minutes of these clips. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment if you did. Consider subscribing if you want to see some more. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.